Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Jarvis Escott with What's Happening Birmingham. Today I'm back again with Tammy Cauthen with TC Counseling Consulting, and we're about to talk about another great topic that's going on in our country right now. And the topic is how to manage your emotions when having conversation about racial issues. This topic can go several ways.
It can.
As you noticed in the last couple of weeks, with all the untimely deaths of young African American men and women, this has prompted another discussion on race in our country. And nowadays, where do you see the discussion on race taking place other than face-to-face? On social media. So I want to bring my good friend Tammy on today to we can dive into this subject and get her thoughts and what her tips is to have positive conversations with people without folks getting fired and all types of other crazy stuff going on. So Tammy, thanks for coming back on again.
Thank you, Jarvis, for having me again.
Yes. So what's been your, just your perspective and observation from this discussion of race online?
Jarvis, people are creating all kind of groups on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are targeting racist people in Alabama, which some of them are business owners,
mm-hmm.
and some of them are employees that you work with,
mm-hmm.
and companies that you work for. I think that during this time of what we're going through, people are already on the emotional edge just from seeing some of our community in an uproar because of the things that have happened
mm-hmm.
to a lot of African American men. And I think that people don't understand some of the hurt and pain that it's bringing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I have seen a post about, I can't believe that I'm living in 2020
mm-hmm.
through a civil rights era.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are having a hard time with that
mm-hmm.
in our community.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that our white counterparts need to know that a lot of things that they're posting are not acceptable. And to us, it looks like true feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those conversations that you're having with your friends, you're deciding to post them online. And people are losing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And they should, because in certain places you don't need to work with certain views, because every nationality may be involved in that place of employment.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get away from saying those things is if you don't know what to say,
mm-hmm.
sometimes you just don't need to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for some people that's kind of hurtful too, because
mm-hmm.
some of their companies haven't taken a stance.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't said how they feel about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are watching that too. So it's a catch-22. Jarvis, what do you do?
Well, I'm trying to my white friends. I hear a lot of topics, a lot of terms being thrown out a lot of times. Two terms. I don't see color.
Mm-hmm.
And from a white person saying that, what just, reactions or...
That's not true. We all see color.
Mm-hmm.
We all see color. I mean, when you come in this room, you see that I got red and
black.
black.
Red and black, yeah.
Decorated. You
mm-hmm.
don't. You see that more than you see that beige color wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that we all see color. Now, how we treat each other, that may be a different story. But you can't help but to see color. I think that is like the safety net
mm-hmm.
of I don't see color, meaning I'm not racist.
Okay. And then another term that comes up a lot too is white privilege.
It's true.
And it comes up, and and I guess, I know a lot of my viewers are white, black, all different colors, but as white people that's looking at this video, how can you have a discussion about race and when that term white privilege comes up?
Well,
without it going off the rails sometimes. Well,
I think that we have to understand that that's no secret. I mean, that's why we have discrimination policies, because of white privilege. Because if we didn't need it, we wouldn't have all these policies to make sure that certain positions are filled by other nationalities. They get jobs a lot easier than we do. And we're not gonna even talk about jobs, Jarvis. Let's talk about income to even fund a business.
Mm-hmm.
They get a lot of more things than we do. They have a lot of more resources than we have. In our community, I was looking at the news the other day. I'm so excited for 5 Points to even be getting a grocery store.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, congratulations. The old one did. It's been vacant for years.
Okay, but in certain neighborhoods, you have a grocery store on almost every other corner. So what does that mean? Could that be considered white privilege?
So how, I guess, that being said, how, when maybe a black person having a conversation with a white person, how can just me being a black man get to that other person to see my point of view without it getting highly tense or vice versa even for them?
Well, I think we have to understand that they never will see our point of view because they never have experienced what you have experienced.
Okay.
We got to stop convincing them of that.
Okay.
Because if they want to go to Publix, they can go to Publix. We trying to find the nearest Walmart in some of our neighborhoods.
Well, and then now I'm thinking about this too. It's jumping my head. She knows how it go. How can, and just going back to white people, how can they have conversations with their children about race? Let's just say ones that understand our struggles and understand the discriminations that African Americans go through with their kids when interacting, when their kids ask them, like, why is all this going on?
Well, I think that if you're raising your kids with wars and barriers about treat everybody the same, then they see that you're living it. So those conversations are a lot easier. And you have to be aware of what you're saying around your kids. I know that some things have happened and we may not understand, so we may say some things around our kids that we shouldn't say, but kids are listening. But kids also see how you treat other people, how you treat people that you work with, co-workers, friends. Some kids may not never see you with an African American friend, so they may grow up feeling like they can never have one. So I think a lot of that goes with how we're raising our kids. Like we said in the beginning, they say, I don't see color. We all see color. But at the end of the day, how we treat each other is the most important part. Because respect goes to a dog. So we have to respect each other. We have to respect each other's movement during this time. And if you don't agree with it, that's fine. You just don't have to say it to that person. I think you need to be careful what you're saying during this time because people are truly emotionally drained and people are tired.
Well, and one last thing I guess I want to talk about on this subject too. What if you have maybe like a white friend or a white counterpart that you all have a close relationship with, and they'd be like, we're close. This is just something I would never post. But tell me, as a black person, if I posted something like this or I brought up this topic, how would I feel? Do you encourage sometimes white people to say, well, maybe ask one of their close black friends, run it by them first, be like, hey, what does this mean? Other than them sounding ignorant and posting and,
So you're saying you got that one black friend that's going to keep it real, or that one black friend that's not going to keep it real?
The one black friend going to keep it real.
Okay. So if you have the one African American friend that's going to keep it real, then sometimes you do need to ask them, is this appropriate for me to say this? Because Jarvis, they can't tell us how we feel during this time. We can't tell them how they feel when they going through stuff. So that's why I say we do see color, and we handle things a lot different because of our environment, our upbringing, the things that we have to go through, the struggles we have to go through to even get to be able to get that certain job, get that certain degree. It's certain schools that it's hard to even find professors that look like us. So it's a lot. So you need to be careful of what you're posting and what you're saying, because now's not the time, because people are coming after your business and your job if they feel like you're not supporting the movement of Black Lives Matter.
Okay. So just like I did in the previous segment, kind of give people a run by what you do and where they can find you.
So I provide individual counseling here in Birmingham, Alabama, to kids and adults, and we specialize from anxiety to depression to just trying to have someone to talk to in a confidential manner. I can be reached at 208. I'm sorry. I was going to say the address. Right. I can be reached at 205-224-4387 or www.tccounselingservices.com. Thank you.
All right, well, Tammy, thank you for coming on. Segment number 2. We got one final segment y'all want to do. Depending on when this one's aired, this last one, but it's a very important one. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to check out what'shappenbirmingham.com for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank y'all again. Have a great day, and last off, let's all just listen to each other. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so let's just all listen to each other and love each other, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.